Kicking off this podcast with some insights about how to create freedom in your business, and it's not what you think. I'll be going through 3 myths about what you may think you have to do and the one big secret to what you should be doing. See you on the inside. Welcome to the Leverage Business Podcast, where we believe business success is about working smarter, not harder. Leveraging your time and expertise in ways that fit the digital age you and your clients live in today. I'm your host, Jay Allison, author of Leverage Consulting in the Digital Age and founder of the iSuccess Business Academy. And every week I'll be sharing insights into how you can apply the power of leverage to grow your consulting, coaching, or other expert services business and create true freedom and independent success with mindset, marketing, and money model breakthroughs. Because when you get leveraged, the sky's the limit. Let's go for it. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about creating freedom in your business, 3 myths and a secret. Creating freedom in your business and your life is the holy grail for business professionals and entrepreneurs. This podcast is all about getting that work-life balance together and really living a life of true freedom. So living life on our own terms, our own rules, working when you want, with whom you want, and being able to sort of take off and decide what your day looks like, what the schedule looks like. So we want money, of course, to free us to do those things that are important to us. So it makes sense to design your business to fit your life aspirations, which may or may not be money dependent. As professionals and entrepreneurs, we're used to being busy. Many of us thrive on it. We spent years studying, working hard to get ahead and build our careers, believing this is how you create success. As business owners, we may still be workaholics, but that decision and drive comes from wanting to live life on our own terms and putting our all into things to reach our goals. Most people are quite shocked when I say I don't care too much about money. But it's because what really matters for me is freedom, choice, and fulfillment. And certainly in today's digital age, we have so much opportunity for creating freedom in your business to build a business that achieves everything we want for ourselves and our family. So what I wanted to cover today in today's episode were 3 myths and a secret to creating freedom in your business. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of intrigue, and we'll get to the secret right at the end. So tune in for that bit. And here's the first one. Myth number 1. You need to make lots of money. Money is certainly one indicator we use to judge business success. Revenue, cash flow, profits, lifetime customer value, and so forth are all financial metrics. But when I talk to my peers in service industries, we're not after big mansions, fancy holidays, or a private island in the Caribbean. Some of you might be, but some people are, of course, and that's okay too. But all the external wealth isn't for everyone. Many of us are just quite introvert high achievers for whom wealth means enjoying life on our own terms. Most of us are reasonably happy just being comfortable. That is, that we can achieve a sustainable, dependable income whilst working for ourselves. Bear in mind that the so-called steady job is actually not that dependable these days anyhow. Or what we want is to bring in enough cash, i.e. disposable income, to do the lifestyle or charitable things we want to do. Although I have to say I do like a nice car, my life is pretty much fulfilled by the most basic freedoms. The choice to pick the exact kind of clients I like to work with, to go away anytime, any place and do anything, to sit around all day reading, doing puzzles or glued to a good Netflix series, to shop when most people are at work and the kids are at school, which is bliss, and to drive out to the coast and wander along the promenade or the beach or the cliff tops. I just love to do that, and I really value that. I even have a tea mug with "It's the Little Things" on it that reminds me every day what I'm grateful for. So that myth number 1, that you need lots of money, no, I don't buy into that one. Excuse the pun. So let's dive into myth number 2, that you need to work tirelessly. Like anyone in business, I have meetings and appointments, I have colleagues, customers and clients, and I have commitments outside of my business too. But the difference working for myself is that I'm pretty much in control of my schedule. I have no boss telling me where to be on a particular day or what meetings I must go to, which is bliss. So, yes, sure, I work tirelessly sometimes when I'm feeling I need to be productive or I want to finish something, but really I can take it at a very nice steady pace, and just remember to lean back and rest and chill, as well as lean in and be super productive. I mean, isn't that the freedom and choice most independent business owners want in the first place, starting out? Then we get sucked into turning our own business into just another job, grinding away day in, day out. So I definitely don't want to spoil my own success by spending all my time working on or in my business. So I'm all for finding ways to earn more, or at least the same, while working less. Now the 21st century, with all the digital capability we have at our disposal, quite literally at our fingertips, we have the chance to design our business architecture in a way where you don't need to work tirelessly just to make a decent living. Sure, hard work pays off, and there are times when, say you're in the middle of a launch or something where, it's head down and see the week through. But, really, the hard work and earning money should be to create more freedom. So that's why you put that effort into a launch of something new. There needs to be an end goal in sight when we choose to play that pushing hard and leaning in game for long periods of time, because otherwise we just burn ourselves out. So myth number 2, you need to work tirelessly. I would say sometimes, absolutely, but most of the time you need to choose to pace yourself so that you don't run out of steam, really. And it's certainly true that you don't necessarily earn more just because you work more or work harder. It's always a big red flag when I see people with a business where they're working overtime and they're pushing hard all the time. I mean, you see it with people on Facebook where it seems working flat out and being super busy is seen as an admirable work ethic. But you also see posts from those same people who are saying they're exhausted and so need to take a break. That's being really very reactive, and it takes its toll over time. What I help my clients with is to get more of a business model where you're being more preventative. So you're balancing work and life, where you're balancing that leaning in and leaning out of your business. And so you don't get to the point of total exhaustion, that you don't risk burnout and collapsing because your mind and body are depleted of energy and vitamins. And I think this being busy stems from our childhood, where at school we're told to work hard and you'll get good results and do well. So mentally, high achievers often have a deep set belief that you have to work hard to get on in life. Or you convince yourself that you love your work, so it's not like work at all. But the body and mind still need a time out every now and then. Regularly short breaks and periodically a longer break. Businesses are like engines. They can't run at full tilt all the time because that way things soon start to go out of control or simply seize up. I certainly noticed that in my own consulting business when I was running back-to-back projects. I was earning a great income, but it's just not sustainable. So when you're booked up to the hilt, if you want to keep your same income, not to mention your sanity and energy, you can increase your prices, your fees, which means you don't need as many clients to maintain your income. And that frees up, of course, your time in the week to get the balance back and to recharge and to think strategically about different business models so that you can grow and scale. Okay, so myth number 3 is that success takes time. Well, success is not a single goal. I mean, the choice to create freedom in your business is in front of you right now. It's not a future vision or dream you'll hit one day. You build it little by little by making shifts in your thinking, implementing changes and celebrating the wins, the small successes along the way. I mean, have you noticed how time appears to be passing by at breakneck speed? It puts a whole new emphasis on those age-old Latin phrases of tempus fugit, time flies, and carpe diem, seize the day, and it stresses us out if we let it. Gratitude and appreciating what you've achieved so far is an important habit here. I remember on this one day I decided to down tools and go out for a walk. It was a beautiful sunny afternoon, and I felt so lucky that I had the freedom to be spontaneous, to just go out and enjoy the good weather because I felt like it. I looked across the countryside, seeing the blue skies and sun rays across the field, and it just reminded me how divine nature is. And I thought, wow, if I'd been stuck in an office today, I'd never have enjoyed this moment. So enjoying your success in terms of your freedom to go out for a walk when you feel like it, it makes you more productive, more creative and happier than pushing and chastising yourself all day for not being at your goal already. Now, if you don't have the kind of freedom, choice and personal fulfillment that you want, why not start creating it right now? Make small shifts to clarify, simplify and streamline things in your business so you make time for yourself. And I mean, this is really where having a business coach or a mentor can really help you, because sometimes you just can't see how to do that, how to do those things. And you need to think how to take one step at a time. So those are the sort of things where a coach might say, have you considered doing this? Or what do you think about doing it this way? Or have you got a process in place that would make it a bit more manageable? You know, sometimes some mindset stuff and sometimes some very practical ways of thinking. So, I mean, time is your success. I mean, don't you want to have the time of your life? You can always make more money, but you can never get more time. 24 hours a day, that's it. Instead of being wasteful doing stuff that consumes time without payback, we want to spend it wisely, being happy, making an impact, enjoying our relationships, friends and family, appreciating the present and not always dwelling on the past or only hankering after future hopes and dreams. So start creating your freedom right now. Make little choices to focus on the activities that bring the outcomes you want, whilst enjoying and celebrating what you have achieved already. Give yourself permission to live the life you want, because every moment you spend without the right clients, working for too little reward, grinding it out day after day, is another moment of your life gone. So, the one big, not so secret. Right, the big reveal. What's the secret to creating freedom in your business and your life? In one word, leverage. It has to be, right? That's my podcast theme. So no coincidence for me that leverage is the key theme, golden threaded through my entire business, as well as my book, Leveraged Consulting in the Digital Age, because I'm super passionate about it. I love talking about it. I'm driven to share what I know about it and how it can help you too. So this big secret that isn't a secret, leverage in business is so important to me, and it should be to you too if you want the kind of freedom, choice and fulfillment we just talked about. Leverage is at the heart of the secrets I share in a lot of my blog posts too, such as 7 ways to work smarter, not harder, 3 leveraged income models, how to achieve a better life from your business, how to build an automated sales force, how to create leverage with online programs. So, I mean, there's a real focus here on practical things you can do in your business to create more leverage and therefore to give yourself back some time and therefore generate freedom. It's all about being strategic, not running around the latest marketing tactic that consumes your precious time and energy. I've wasted so much time on going through massive great courses on a particular strategy or tactic rather that really wasn't right for my business, but it takes you hours and days to get through it to realize that it's just not going to work for you and it's not actually what you want to be doing with your time. So what you see on social media, I mean, it's really got out of control. I mean, everyone's selling you on the next best thing, the next big, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. So let's be clear on how to stop doing what everyone else is doing and find the fix that suits our expert consulting professions. And again, this is where mentoring and coaching can really help, because it looks at the whole context of you and your business and what it is that you want. And we'll definitely be looking at purpose and profitability and positioning and all of those sort of things in future episode. It's really about leveraging you and your expertise. And there are many ways to create more freedom in your business through leverage marketing, leverage sales, leverage delivery. So it's not just one thing. Leverage is about building greater effectiveness and efficiency into what you do. It's about creating an effective and efficient process and a pathway for your ideal clients to find you, to get to know you and like you and trust you and hire you or buy your product, program or service. What I teach specifically is how to use digital strategies that maximize the amount of value your clients get, i.e. the result they achieve, in the minimum amount of time, right across the customer journey. So you can achieve impact for them and for yourself based on what you charge. It's all about getting your business model aligned with your life model. In the iSuccess Business Academy, our students learn how to leverage their time and expertise whilst achieving the greatest impact for their clients and for themselves. So here's one way I do that in terms of how I deliver value to my clients. And if this doesn't seem like your thing, there are plenty of other options, but leverage delivery yields the greatest returns. So number one, if you make a living using your expertise, you're a consultant, coach, therapist, mediator, teacher, any kind of professional expert, think of the people that you help and the outcome you help them achieve. For example, I help workaholics reduce their stress so they can enjoy their life more. I help women 50 plus reduce belly fat so they can love themselves again. I help professional service providers create more freedom in their business so they can live their life on their own terms again. So that one's mine, of course. Those are pretty clear and concrete results that those people get. So next, ask yourself, what is the pathway to success? That is the steps your clients need to take to achieve this outcome. If you break it up into 6 to 7 distinct steps or milestones, you're really thinking about how you would work with a client and what they need to think about, know and do to get them from step 1 to step 7, where they get the result, where they get the problem solved. So number 3 then would be to build around these steps that you can turn into a program where each week covers one of the steps. You can also create a membership site, but that's a whole other strategy to sort of think through. But here you're setting out the intended aim, outcome, and giving them activities, resources, and support to help them achieve each step. Doing it in steps stops people getting overwhelmed with too much information or tasks and means you can tailor what's needed for each step rather than the same formulaic approach across the whole course. For instance, in week 1, you design 2 to 3 activities and provide material that helps them achieve the outcomes for step 1. And week 2, you support them to get to step 2 and so forth. So that would work either as a 7-module program or as resources and courses within a membership site. Okay, so if you want freedom from one-to-one and face-to-face work, you can run this in program as a face-to-face workshop or as an online course or both. It's entirely your choice. Once you've got the process in place and you've got your steps in a nice sequence and you know what people need to do and what resources they need to work with to do it, then you've got a curriculum. You've got a way of moving people from step 1 to step 7. And by working with clients in a group rather than one-to-one, you've already leveraged your time massively. And there's obviously even more leverage to be gained if you deliver it online than face-to-face. In fact, many people who ordinarily run in-person events have had to make the switch to a virtual experience because of the COVID-19 restrictions. So they were already ahead of the game. I mean, they were already set to do that. You can make the online version a do-it-yourself DIY program, just a digital information product like a guide or a book, or an actual module-based course. Or you can set it up as a done-with-you DWY program, if you like. It really depends on what your participants need to get the result you claim your program delivers. In other words, how much input do you need to blend in through feedback, Q&A sessions, individual support to guarantee them the promised outcome by the end of the program? Now, what's important is that the value of what you provide increases when people have more contact with you and they have more access to you. And it gives you a good way to differentiate your offer and charge premium prices. For example, in the iSuccess Business Academy, the Basecamp membership provides all the material and a Facebook group for support, but I also offer one-to-one monthly mentoring packages, a fast-track intensive program, and a full 6-month VIP program. And in fact, there's a 12-month program as well. So you make such savings because you're getting like 6 months for the price of 5 and 12 months for the price of 10. And here's the thing though, people are way more likely to achieve the result they want when they take the done with you option than just working through the workshop and course materials on their own DIY style. I mean, so much so that I may decide to only run the done with you version because I've got more chance of guaranteeing results. I can be more confident when I'm working with that person than just giving them a course. When it's your own program, you've got complete control over the design. So you can see that I'm working it out as I'm working with people to see, how's it going for them? What are they needing along the way? And what kind of delivery model suits them best to get the great results I want them to get and to do it in the fastest, shortest possible time? So again, you can choose. If you're supporting people individually or as a group, you can choose to provide 1 to 2 calls a week, one-on-one, or only run group trainings and Q&A clinic calls every week or even every month. Again, what you choose is determined by what is needed for people to get the result. But one-to-one mentoring isn't necessary in most cases to create a really great outcome. It's just that often people find that they get stuck. Either at the beginning because they're mentally not kind of got it quite lined up and they've not got things dialed in terms of their purpose and their message and their core offer, or they get stuck on some tech issue. And that's why the support that we provide can be used in lots of flexible ways, because the thing that I want most is that people don't get stuck. Because when you're working on your own in the sort of DIY style, that's what happens, and you just get such a headache and you feel stressed and you just can't get past it sometimes. So I don't want that for people that are working through my materials, definitely not. So we'll see how that goes in terms of how I manage those different things. But it's all about leverage and it's all about helping people get where they want to get to. So let's figure delivering this support online costs you 4 hours per week of work. So compare that with, say, working with one client for a week. That's leverage. And that's how you end up creating freedom in your business. So you're able to serve all your clients in approximately 4 hours of work. You can do the online work from anywhere in the world. Your clients achieve results at the pace, time, and place they want. And you can work with hundreds of people and make a massive impact. Now, yeah, it takes upfront work to develop the program and get it into an online learning platform of some kind. Although I know some consultants and coaches who just use a Facebook group to deliver the entire program. So really, it's as complicated as you want to make it. And, often we let these sort of tech barriers get in our way and stop us from moving things forward. So sometimes it is a case of KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And other times it's because, we want it to look slick. We're professional. We want it to look nice. We want it to all work well. But those are the kind of programs then that we charge, £200 for. £500 isn't going to do it because of the amount of personal support that's in there. So the programs that I do, I charge 5k and 10k for. But I wanted to do a great group program so that I could offer it for less than 2k. At the moment, it's running for less than 1k because I want to get people in and through so I can learn and improve it. So remember, what clients are paying you for is the outcome, and a life-changing outcome is worth a premium price. When you have this in place, you've created leverage and learned the secret to creating freedom in your business. And the best news is that as a consultant or coach or expert, you already have the building blocks in place. You have your own unique system, the way that you currently work through clients. You just need to set it out, to mind map it, to document it, to step-by-step it. So think of your core service, the best and easiest thing you help your clients to achieve, and map out the steps, create a process, and test it out with your clients or a beta group and see how it goes down. You can literally roll out a leverage delivery version of your face-to-face service as an online program in a matter of 2 weeks, or at least 30 to 60 days if you have the proper guidance. What's that worth to you? So if creating freedom in your business is definitely something that appeals, please schedule a discovery call with me at jallison.com and we'll take this first step and look at what you currently do and how that could be turned into a step-by-step and how you could deliver it online. So I hope that's been helpful, everyone, and look forward to exploring some of these leverage things in more detail in the next episode. Ciao, ciao. Thank you for listening to the Leverage Business Podcast. Want to create leverage in your business? Did this episode provide some insights and ideas to be thinking through? If so, subscribe so you get alerts when the next one's released. If you want to learn more or would like help and support with building a leveraged business that achieves true freedom for you, then head over to jallison.com/podcast to find all the resources and links that go with this show on my website and to join our iSuccess community. And if you're enjoying our content, it would be great if you could pop into Apple Podcasts or the app you listen from and leave me a rating and review. Everyone makes a difference to improving our rankings. So thank you if you've done that already. I appreciate you. So hey, that's it. Thank you for listening. I hope you've loved this episode and have some great takeaways to be thinking through. I wish you a pleasant, productive and profitable week, and I'll see you again next time for another episode of the Leverage Business Podcast.